Hello, and welcome back to more Terraria with Brian. We have a number of things to do today. I realized when I was going through talking about the housing of all of the different folks last time and giving my little tour, there were a couple of houses that I didn't mention. One is the guide, who lives here with me, and that is simply based on pragmatics. I often need to hand him an object in order to find out what I can craft for different items. And so I decided to have the guide, this big room basically is the guide's house. And then the nurse, I put a little hospital room down here that she lives in. And the idea here is basically when there's various events, like when the goblin army comes, or whatever other future events might happen where I'm fighting guys kind of out on this plane, or possibly even boss battles over here. I thought that it would be cool to have the nurse down here so that I could talk to her in order to buy back some health in the middle of one of those battles. If you notice something strange going on here with this little bunny rabbit, for example, who seems to be in a slime costume, maybe? I don't know. Today I'm recording this on the night of October 24th, which is probably 2 weeks ago for you guys whenever you're finally watching this. Whenever it finally airs. Oh, look, and that looks like a pumpkin. So I think there was a new, it is a pumpkin. It's like a new object. Can be placed material. Let's go talk to the guide. Let's see what we can make out of pumpkins. Oh yeah, there's pumpkins friggin' everywhere. How did I not notice this? Oh, and you get lots of pumpkins from them. Holy cow. So there was a Terraria update that when I just, logged into Terraria through Steam or whatever, it was game update available, downloading now, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what it actually says. It says some words on the screen. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because, they have bug fix updates and whatever. But it appears that this is actually pumpkin pie. Minor improvements to all stats. All right, that's interesting. Pumpkin platform can be placed. Pumpkin wall. Pumpkin door. Oh, Vaughn is going to love this episode. Pumpkin chair. Pumpkin table. Pumpkin workbench. The green and orange of the furniture actually reminds me a little bit of Dryads kind of colors. Maybe I'll use this in the Dryads room since I haven't figured out what to do with that. Jack-o'-lantern can be placed. It gives off light. Let's make one of the... Oh, I'm not in the crafting window. Is this just... Yeah, at a workbench. Hanging jack-o'-lantern, jack-o'-leer, like a chandelier. Pumpkin helmet, pumpkin breastplate, pumpkin leggings. Ooh, what is that? Ectoplasm. That's something I've never heard of in this game. Hallowed bar. Okay, this is obviously endgame kind of material. Pumpkin moon medallion. Summons the pumpkin moon. Pumpkin moon. Oh dear. There are so many things going on in this game that I still don't know anything about. I've mentioned before that we're basically coming right up on the end of where I know things about this game or have experienced them before. All right, I'm going to make a jack-o'-lantern. And I'm going to put the jack-o'-lantern... Actually, let's put the jack-o'-lantern over here. Gosh, there's pumpkins growing everywhere. I should probably... I'm about to go on vacation, and so I don't know if the pumpkins are only going to be here around Halloween and then go away. I should probably harvest as many as I can. I'm going to set down a jack-o'-lantern just right here. Oops, wrong button. Let's try that again. There we go. And I'm going to take out this torch, and at night we'll inspect and kind of see what kind of light it gives off. So yeah, I should go wander the overworld actually for a bit and see if there's other pumpkins. So I was playing a little bit earlier and I didn't notice the pumpkins, mostly because I was underground. What I did notice was the monsters, who all seem to have different skins. We already saw the bunny rabbit, who seemed to be wearing a slime costume or something. All right, let's see. Slime, he looks normal. But a lot of monsters were looking different and weird. And so, I don't know that I went to the corruption before, so let's go to the corruption and see if any of these guys look different and weird. But I think there's some crazy Halloween update. Alright, he looks normal. And then we'll go underground just into some caves to find some monsters as well. I'll probably actually stay above ground because I also want to... I have a story to tell today, and I figure I might do that as I'm walking around at night. Look at this bunny. He's got a different costume on. What are you dressed as? Oh, you're slime. Oh, the slime is dressed as the bunny, and the bunny is dressed as the slime. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that is so funny. See, I mentioned in some previous video that was probably a while ago how I like little delighters, like silly little things that don't have a ton of impact on gameplay, but are just kind of like fun and different and break up some of the monotony of the gameplay or something. And this is an example of one of those delighters. It's just like, it's Halloween, let's do something silly. Let's have the slimes dress up as bunny rabbits and the bunny rabbits dress up as slimes. And yes, that makes me happy. I'm easily entertained. Alright, so I guess so long as we're just walking around randomly out here, let's go into story time mode. So, today, like many normal days, I get up and I go to take a shower in the bathroom. And what do you do when you take a shower? Well, what I do is I turn on the water beforehand and, like, you know, stick my arm in and see if the water is the right temperature before I get into the shower and, you know, like, adjust it to make it a little warmer or cooler or whatever. Well, I stick my hand in the shower and it is blazing hot. It is, like, scalding. And I look at the little, you know, shower handle knob or whatever, and it's, like, in the usual position that I have it when I'm going to take a shower. And admittedly, the shower handle, like, it's a little bit loose. It's one of those... Some showers have, you know, like 2 knobs, one for the hot water and one for the cold water. This one has 1 knob that if you turn it farther to the left, it's more hot. And if you turn it farther to the right, it's more cold. And it's in the usual location, but the handle is a little loose. So I was thinking, well, maybe possibly like the handle has come loose and it's just kind of no longer calibrated where the center point is, you know, medium temperature or whatever. So I turn it way over on the cold side or whatever, and then it's a comfortable temperature to take my shower. It doesn't seem like any of the enemies in the jungle have new skins. And so I think I'm going to teleport back home. Just so we can go over into the ice biome and check out a couple other biomes and see if there's any other mobs with new skins. And then we'll come back and we'll check out Red Wire, because I have some things to talk about there. Hello, penguin! Hello, another penguin. It seems like there's more penguins. I've seen a few of them today. Alright, so I'm taking my shower. I finished up the shower and I'm like, well, it's one of 2 things. It could be something with the knob, or, what's worse, it could be something is wrong with the hot water heater, and it's not regulating properly or whatever. And so I go to a different sink, and I try turning on the water, and first I just have it kind of like in the neutral position, and it's kind of like normal cold, and then I turn it over to hot, and once again, the water coming out of the sink is scalding hot. Like, it's going into the sink, and then, like, immediately, like, starting to, like, steam up. Which is just way too ridiculously hot. And so I'm like, okay, this is not good. I don't know... I know some things about various home repairs and whatnot. The hot water heater is not one of them that I know much about. What little I do know about it, for better or for worse, they did an episode of Mythbusters on the Discovery Channel once where they talked about hot water heaters exploding. And I know, like, they have lots of safety features or whatever, and pressure release valves and whatnot, so your hot water heater is unlikely to have a problem. But at the same time, it's something that, you know, packs a lot of energy, and they showed if you disabled all the safety features on the hot water heater and, like, left it turned on, like, the steam would just, like, build up and build up and build up inside until, like, it just, like, exploded through the roof of, like, a little house that they built around it in the Discovery Channel Mythbusters thing, because they like to blow stuff up. So I'm thinking about that this morning, and so I decided, which I think was a smart thing to do regardless, I decided that what I would do was simply to go to the circuit breaker and turn off the electricity to the hot water heater. So I did that, and then I called, you know, the apartment place, because I just rent, and said, you know, hey, my hot water is, like, doing crazy things. Can you send out, you know, a maintenance person to come and take a look and try to fix it? And so a few hours later, like, this was in the morning, and so a few hours later in the afternoon, the maintenance guy shows up, and he's got one of the little thermometer things that you use to measure the water temperature, and he is testing it out, and he was like, how long ago did you turn this off? And I was like, about 3 hours ago or something. I got another slime banner. I've gotten a number of slime banners recently. And he's like, well, the temperature right now is 167 degrees Fahrenheit, which, for those of you who don't know, I guess I didn't bother to do the calculations to convert it if you're used to centigrade instead of Fahrenheit. But that is way too hot. I don't know if it's probably like state regulated as opposed to federal, but like where I live in the US, like by law, like the hot water like isn't allowed to come out more than 120 degrees because they don't want people to get, you know, injured burning water like inside their house. And so 167 is way, way, way too hot, and it's definitely something that could burn you. And so, yeah, so basically the guy took a look at it and said, you know, usual cause is the thermostat, like something goes wrong in the thermostat and the hot water heater, and so I'm just going to replace the thermostats. And so, you know, he went away to get some replacement parts or whatever and came back in a little while. Hello, bunny dressed as a slime. Replaced the thermostats and said, you know, try this out. There's still problems, you know, let us know, and we'll come back and take a look. And I was like, okay. And, you know, I tried it, you know, a few minutes later or whatever, and it seemed like plausibly it was working, but hot water heater, you know, like takes a while to cool down or heat up or whatever. And apparently I've never explored down in these caves down here. How crazy. And so I had to go out because I was going over to a friend's house to play some board games. We were playing some Dominion this evening. And when I came back tonight, I turned on the hot water in the sink once again, and it was once again too hot. And the maintenance guy left the thermometer, and so I stuck the thermometer in there. I thought there was a slime up there, but maybe he got away. Or maybe I was imagining it. Maybe I saw a bunny in a slime costume. And so, yeah, I used the thermometer that he left, and sure enough, it was at least 130 degrees once again. And so since he just replaced the thermostat, I guess the next most likely thing is like the heating element maybe has a short in it that's causing less resistance, and so more current is running through the heating element, I'm guessing. Maybe? Ooh, blood moon. Is that a good thing? That could be interesting, because it could mean that we're going to get to see a whole lot of these crazy mobs. There's the groom once again. I've seen him a couple times in this world. He drops a top hat, which is a vanity item. But actually, now that it's a blood moon, it looks like these are all normal zombies again. These are different than the weird-looking zombie. Okay, there's a crazy zombie. So it just says zombie, but it looks like a zombie who's dressed in, like, a nurse costume or something. And I've seen some other crazy zombies, so let's keep walking around and taking a look at these guys. I'm just gonna, you know, walk back this way over the overworld. I also want to go back to the desert, because if we're gonna be out here at night, the desert is nice and flat. It's easy to run back and forth, and falling stars often fall there. And since they are ammo for the new star cannon, I definitely want to collect more falling stars, because I've got a couple hundred of them right now. But that gun shoots really fast, and I'm gonna need lots. Let's go ahead and break this down too. Alright, so those guys don't seem to be wearing any Halloween costumes. Got some meteor heads, because I haven't mined up enough of the meteor over there. That's fine. I'm just going to mostly ignore you guys. Yeah, so in any case, and I guess why not get some Death Bloom as well, or Deathweed, whatever it's called. And so I guess, yeah, my hot water heater, like, something is wrong with it. I turned it off at the circuit breaker again. I figure tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll turn it back on for a few minutes and then take a warm shower and turn it back off until they come and take a look at it and try to fix it again. Of course, this is happening right before I'm about to go out of town to go to Florida for Minecon and whatnot. So I'm not sure if that's good timing or bad timing. I guess it's good timing. All right, there's another one with the same costume. Oh, look at this guy. He's dressed as, like, a superhero or something. Can't tell who, but he's wearing, like, a eye mask. And this guy's, like, dressed as, like, the Fly, or I don't know what. Funny stuff. And there was a normal zombie. And then this. Is that Raven? Raven. I saw one of those earlier. Oh, and then this thing that looks like a popsicle stick or something. Candy apple is actually like the hearts that mobs sometimes drop, and then there was a thing flying that looked like a Death Star spaceship or something. This is so crazy. So in any case, I think is that the Raven over there again? Yes, that's the Raven, and I guess if I get closer to him, he'll start flying around. Alright, here's Falling Star. So the Raven seems like he's actually a new mob. Alright, so this is just a demon eye, and he seems to be wearing like a spaceship costume. I suppose it's probably the case that in order to make such changes when it's just like updates to zombies, that it's just a matter of drawing the new art. I guess the Raven is a new actual mob in the game, and so that took some coding, but I suppose it's kind of like easy to just like have new art, new skins on some of the mobs. Like I said, even if it's an easy little silly thing to do, I still enjoy it. And this guy, I can't tell if it's a particular superhero. It seems like in general there's a lot of things in this game that have kind of vague references to pop culture kinds of things. Like you'll recall that there was the Indiana Jones-esque character who drops the archaeologist hat that we found underground in the jungle. That was another vanity item. There's a lot of little things like that in this game anyway. But I like that. Alright, let's see. I told my story about my hot water. Yeah, and I was just going to say that hopefully it's something that maybe they can fix while I'm away. So is that... That's another demon eye, and that one looks like... What does that look like? Let's get him over by the light. I can't really tell what that's supposed to be. Something different. So maybe they'll be able to fix it while I'm away, and then I won't have to worry about it, and I'll just come back home after Minecon, and everything will work in my apartment, and all will be happy, happy, joy, joy, bubble, bubble, and it'll all be good. Alright, so, right, the other thing I wanted to do was collect more pumpkins. And then, is that a pumpkin I can pick up too? Yes, it is. Alright, great. And there's another fallen star. I'm gonna go grab that. And then we'll go back to... Alright, so I showed you the houses of the guide and the nurse that I forgot the previous episode. I want to show you the statues, the red wire stuff, because I found what I think is the best statue in the game, or at least the best statue that I've ever had before in the game. That is one of the functional statues that actually does something when you hook it up to the red wire, and so we're going to check that out. And then I really want to... I've gone back to using the massive fiery greatsword, because I was doing some caving underground, and this gives off light as compared to the new sword. Is it Knight's Edge? The new sword that we created last time, but I want to reforge that new sword because I have plenty of money. And so I want to try to reforge that into something awesome, and I figured I would do that on camera as well. And then I'll have to look at my notes to see if there's anything else that I really wanted to do in today's episode. But I'm glad that we got to see a number of new silly mob skins. Alright, we are getting back to where I have all the statues set up. And so we can check out my red wire statues and see what I've done there. So I've shown off before that there's a few functional statues that basically behave as mob spawners that spawn mobs. And so we'd already seen a skeleton statue, a bunny statue, a crab statue, and we also saw that you could use the king statue, which would teleport a random NPC over to your location. There's also a heart statue and a bomb statue that I think I showed them off in the previous episode as well, that drop hearts and that drop bombs. But finally, this guy is new. It is a slime statue, and it spawns slimes. And you'll notice that the heart statue is actually spawning candied apples, since it's Halloween. Or the week before Halloween, when they decided to do the update. But the slime statue just spawns slimes over and over and over again. And I could use dart traps and like turn this into something more automated and efficient. But I could just kind of walk back and forth and kill lots of slimes and get tons and tons of gel. And I've been talking for so many episodes about how I always kill all the slimes I see because gel is hard to come by. And people pointed something out that I can't believe I never noticed before, which is most of what I spend gel on is torches to light up all the caves underground and whatnot. And it turns out you don't have to spend gel on torches. You can just buy torches from the merchant for not too expensive. And so I've started buying torches from the merchant, and so as a result, I've been accumulating tons of gel. I've got 880 gel now. And now that I have... Oops, I just heard another falling star somewhere to the right. We're going to go pick that up. But now that I have the slime statue, I can basically, you know, farm my own gel. Oh, it's a blood moon, right? And so the enemies can get inside my house and kill my... Maurice was slain! Oh no! I don't remember which one Maurice was. Was he the arms dealer? I think he might be the arms dealer. I'm not usually around here during a blood moon to remember that all of my NPCs are going to get attacked and that zombies can break down doors and whatnot. Alright, let's move away from this area then. Let's go harvest some more pumpkins. Mobs only spawn within a certain radius of the player. I don't remember exactly what it is, but you can either try to fight off the mobs to protect your NPCs during a blood moon, or you can just walk far away and then none of the mobs will spawn over around your NPCs and you don't have to worry about it. And so usually during a blood moon, I just travel far away. Let's see. Oh right, we were going to reforge that sword, which I have to do back home. Is there anything else that I had on my list? Let me go check my list and see if there's any other things that we need to do for today, and I'll be right back. Ooh, goodie bag! I don't know who dropped that. Goodie bag. Right-click to open. Treasure hunter pants, treasure hunter shirt. Neat, and I got a second one. Witch dress, witch boots, witch hat. Oh, we have to put these things on. Look at me, I'm a witch! Oh, that's awesome. It's even got a little, like, costume face. Oh, that is terrific. And I guess we have to check out the treasure hunter shirt and the treasure hunter pants. And I guess I'll put on the top hat that we got from the groom. And that's not quite as exciting. Well, man, this is probably going to be the last day that I'll get a chance to play Terraria. And I hope that they keep this update around, or that there's some way to, like, access the Halloween-y content after Halloween goes past, because I won't have much time to play. And I wonder if there's any other rare, exciting drops and different things that I could be getting if I stuck around for Halloween. Alright, in any case, I was coming back. It's daytime again, as you can see. The blood moon is over, and we were going to go reforge the Knight's Edge. I believe it is sitting, yes, right here. Strong Knight's Edge, so it's already not in bad shape, but I would like to reforge it into something awesome. Oh, I only have 2 gold on me. Let's find out how much it costs to reforge. Where'd it go? There we go. Ooh, 3 gold. Wow. This is very expensive. I need to cap how much money I plan to spend on it. I do have a lot of money, though. How much money do I have? I have 68 gold. Willie, the arms dealer, has arrived. Alright, let's say... let's spend up to 32 more gold. 34 gold. So when that money runs out, or when it's about to run out, we need to start being willing to take a lesser enchant, or a lesser reforging. But let's try it out. Nasty. Extra damage, speed, and critical strike with less knockback. Knockback is pretty important in a kind of primary melee weapon, because when you get mobbed by a bunch of different monsters, it's really important to have knockback, so let's try again. Ooh, terrible. Less damage, less size, and less knockback. Nope, not going to do that. Tiny, just less size. Massive, 18% size. I do want to at least check that out. This was kind of a small sword to start. That brings it back up to a respectable size. So that's not bad. How much money have I already spent? I still have 24. Let's see if we can get something even better. Ruthless. Extra damage, less knockback. Let's try again. Pointy, extra damage. Let's try again. Hurtful, extra damage. Shoddy, that's crummy. Here we go! Legendary! Yes! I got lucky. Alright, Legendary Knight's Edge. 14% damage, 11% speed, 5% critical strike, 10% size, 15% knockback, and now it hits for 59 melee damage. Wow. Alright, let's go kill something with this. Even if it's just like a slime or a bunny rabbit. I just want to see the big numbers fly by. Except for I also want to pick up every pumpkin that I see. Too many pumpkins! Too little time! Hello, something to be killed. I want you to meet my new sword. Oh, somethings, where are you? I have too much fun killing things in this game. I guess I have a lot of fun killing bad guys in Minecraft, too. It's funny, I'm like a nice guy in real life, but you get me in the game, it's just like, kill, kill, kill! Let's see. There we go, I see a slime. Hello, little slime. I've come to kill you. Come back here. Ha! Oh, that only hit him for 50? Alright, we're gonna kill another guy. I need better than 50. 66! There we go. Woohoo! Alright, that makes me happy. I think this has been a mostly rambling episode, but sometimes that's what you get. Like I said, I'm about to go on vacation, basically. And so we will have to return another day for more Terraria. The next thing up is obviously going to be to go fight the Wall of Flesh. Once we beat him, we will enter hard mode. The game will change. We'll get into all kinds of content that I know nothing about. It'll be an exciting time, undoubtedly. As always, I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I hope that I will see you again soon with more Terraria. Soon for you guys, not so soon for me. It'll be a couple of weeks. Once again, I hope I'm having fun at Minecon, or by the time this airs, Minecon's probably over, and I hope I had a great time and got to meet some of you viewers, and who knows who else. I'm still rambling. I'll be quiet now. Have a great day. Bye-bye.